Hello.
No.
How are you today?
Lovely. Tired,
Oh,
but lovely.
that's good. I see somebody's on. Please say hello. Let us know you're here and stuff and stuff. Uh-oh. What just happened?
That was me. I did
Yeah.
something, but it should be okay. But we back right. We is back right. You know what I'm saying? Son.
Mhm, mhm,
Oh,
mhm. Ah, you ready to talk
I
about
ate
this
something today
movie?
that didn't agree. Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
I looked at it today
Same, literally.
while I was on the road. That was what I was listening to. And then I'm mad because they took it off Tubi. It was on Tubi last week for free. And I was so mad that I had to pay for it today.
You had to pay for it. It was on Prime. Oh, you don't have Prime?
You know what? I didn't even check Prime.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even check Prime.
Hey, it was on Prime. I started to message you and say it ain't on no dang Tubi.
But it really was on there. It was on there last week. I promise. I
uh,
promise.
it went on there today, but it was on Amazon Prime for free 9. Well, if you pay for it for free 99. All right, I guess we'll play the
Yes.
intro, and get this thing started and stuff.
Welcome
Okay.
to Occasionally Posh, where we enjoy life, laughs, and shenanigans. I am your girl, Miss Chessie B. How?
So shy. She get on my nerves. Welcome to another episode. So glad you guys joined. I'm gonna start letting her do the intro. We're gonna switch next week. Well, thank y'all. Thank y'all for joining. Please say hello in the comments. Let us know you're here. If you haven't done so far, please like us, follow us, and share this live and our page with your family and friends. Okay, we need all the support we can get. Okay.
Exactly. And
Mhm.
if your daddy cute, tell him I said, hey, boo.
Please, maybe. But we always start with a foreplay. And Chassie B guessing she got a story with this. I don't know.
I do.
But we gonna see. But her says, how accommodating is your job? You want to elaborate on this?
Yes. So we were talking yesterday. I was talking to two ladies yesterday, and we were talking about I can't remember exactly how we got to the subject, but anyway, we was talking about having to go to work, but you don't want to go to work because it's like a typhoon outside or a hurricane or an ice storm or something like that, and
Right.
you try to call out, but your job try to come and get you. So I was telling them about a time where I had called out of work, or tried to call out of work, and I was like an hour and a half away, and they told me they would send somebody to come and get me because I told them I was having car trouble. So this other lady, she tells us about a time where she was working at this particular hospital, and she was I guess what you would call an essential worker, and so which means that she was supposed to be at the job, like pack bags to spend the night. So it was like that snow that came in North Carolina where we knew that the snow was coming, we just didn't know when it was coming, and then it came, and when it came, it came.
Right.
Yeah. So it was that snow. So they called her asking her where she was at. And she was like, I'm at home. Like, I'm stuck. I'm not driving all the way to Durham from Sanford. Like, no. Do you know they sent a helicopter to come and pick her up?
You playing?
I'm so serious.
Ain't no way they use that good helicopter gas to come get her.
She was like, what? She was like, no, I'm in Sanford. They was like, no, we got to pick up somebody in Fayetteville anyway. So on their way back, they could just stop and get
you. All right.
I would have been mad as hell.
Never been offered that before. I have became somebody, a job did come get me one time. And we made it to work. And I worked 17 and a half hours. It felt like it was forever. And then finally they was like, all right, we're gonna take you home. So they got all of us up in the van, took on the way home. Then they slid in the ditch and we was there for 4 hours.
Oh my God. What? Was that the place that we worked together?
Uh-huh.
Why do I kind of remember that? But kind of don't.
They got back on that good country road and we slid right on up in the ditch. Man, just you talking about man, I'm like you couldn't have slide on the way into the job, but you gonna slide on the way out. When I'm ready to go home and hit my good pillow. Tired. I done already worked over the legal limit. And now I gotta sit in this van for 4 hours.
And you worked 17 hours?
17. I was supposed to have been off on the 16th, but the person who was coming after me was late.
I remember I did 16 hours there. I had worked second shift. The person that was supposed to come in for third didn't show up. So I was like, I'll just go ahead and stay because it's third shift. You know, third shift was real easy there. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'll just go ahead and stay. Yo, first shift didn't show up. And I called the head honcho and he was like, can you stay for first too? No! These keys will be on the cart whenever you get here, sir.
It's not legal. Oh my God, I can't. Well, another job said the same thing. You had to come in. That I was working in Chapel Hill, and they said you had to come in regardless. But in the policy, I guess I was only one of the people who read the policy that said they would come get you, and I live 40 minutes away. So I called. I said I can't get up this driveway. Y'all gonna have to come get me. So she said, all right, I'll call you back. We ain't trying to stay on this too long. All right, I'll call you back. 10 minutes later, coming back, she said, well, we don't have nobody that can drive that far. So can you just get somebody to bring you in? I said, no. And she said, but the policy says you have to work. And I said, the policy also says y'all gonna have to come get me.
Exactly.
Well, you live too far. I said, it didn't say that. You know, they had
tell them to send a helicopter.
You know, that next week they had another policy change meeting because of me. Now, I think now it says we'll come get you up to 20 miles.
I will always make sure I stay 25 miles away.
That part. All right, that's enough of that. Anywho, sorry. Going to the comments. Nikki said, "Hey girl, hey Nikki. Y'all haven't went and watched last week's episode? Please do so. It was really good." And then she said, "My would have been fired that day." That part.
Me too. Listen, I'm not getting on anybody's helicopter. I just got on a plane. What, 3 years ago? It was my first time being on a plane, and I was holding my sister's hand. I probably almost cracked her bones in her hand. So I scared I was. I knew I'm not getting on anybody's helicopter.
I mean, I've been on a helicopter, but in the snow, I'd be scared. I don't know. I mean, snow on the ground and we in the air, but still, that's neither here nor there. So since your foreplay was work related too, I thought I'd pull up a little advice for these some of these managers out here in these streets.
Welcome back to Finna Quit Wednesday. Now, today is a very serious topic for micromanagers. If you give me a task and then you come back and question me about such tasks 5 times a day, and I'm underpaid, I'm going straight to Indeed on company time. Join me tomorrow for Get Somebody Else to Do It Thursday.
Why I kind of want to see Get Somebody Else to Do It Thursday, though.
Me too. I remember my old job used to piss me off. I would be in there. I had Indeed saved on the work computer, baby. I'd be in there on Indeed, and the CFO came in my office one day, and I was like, Click. I'm in there applying for a job. She was like, "What you doing?" Nothing. While looking at my ghetto movies on Tubi.
You just doing all kind of wrong and don't care. Just all kind.
Y'all done pissed me off, doggone it. I'm gonna find another job and enjoy this movie.
I done updated my resume and applied a few jobs on the job. I ain't no shame in my game. Show have. With the computer technology. No one doesn't against the policy.
Right. If they went back in my computer after I left, they probably was like, this should have been fired. A long time ago.
Probably. That part. All right. Well, that was our shenanigans for the evening. And as y'all know, if y'all been looking at what we've been posting today, last week, whatever, tonight we are talking about soul food. So we're going to get on up into this.
I love you.
Get off.
Clean up my soul. Mama, I just want you to know.
I tried to make it stop.
Loving you is like... Swear, sometimes your biggest haters be the people that be smiling in your face. I'm over here pouring my heart out, singing this good song for Big Mama, and you gonna cut me off.
Oh my God, that was funny. Oh man. Nikki said, didn't they see what happened to Aaliyah?
Exactly.
Okay. That part. She was just rocking the boat, working in the middle. Okay. Changing positions. Ain't that the video she was recording? Yeah. I had to think about it. Terry said, LOL, I've taken my work computer to the interview for a presentation. Now that's good.
I love that, Tiara. We stand behind it 100%.
No, she rocked that helicopter. I'm
Y'all stop.
All right, soul food. Well, you want to give a synopsis of what soul food is for the folks who be living on a rock and ain't never seen it?
So Soul Food is a movie that came out in 1995, I think. So Soul Food is about a Black family, and it showcases the dramas of three sisters and their spouses and their big mama trying to make sure that everybody is having Sunday dinner on Sunday. And then they have a little boy that is like the glue that holds everybody together. Like Big Mama is the crazy glue, and the little boy is like the Elmer's glue that holds everybody together. And it just shows how families go through trials and tribulations, but at the end of the day, the only people that you have is your family.
Your family. Amen. Amen for the people in the back. All right. So the movie opens up. Okay. She said, hold on. Tia said, I fell asleep and missed the first 6 minutes. I had to go back and watch later. Glad I didn't miss the movie review, though.
I can't stand
ever going to sleep. She the most nappingest person. You want to play like this, nap about 5 minutes. Okay.
I'm gonna let her meet Brittany so they can do a nap off to see who can win, because that sister can nap too.
Oh man. All right. Sorry, Terry, I didn't mean to call you. So the movie opened up and it's the wedding scene, and it's Liam and Bird. They just got married and things. And it's already starting off with the drama, because at the wedding, they just said I do. They done made it to the reception, and both of them got exes at the. Tell me why the exes at the wedding in the first place.
First of all, so Bird's ex, like, he showed up. Like, he showed up. She wasn't expecting him to be there. She got upset. She walked away. Liam's ex, like, girl. First of all, you had on that little dress. You over there pop locking and dropping it on my man that I just said my vows to and just said I do. I want to spend the rest of my life with you through thickness and thin, through sickness and health, to death do us part. And death is about to do us part right now, because I'm about to slit your damn throat. What the hell?
He was just over there enjoying it too.
He was.
Like nothing in you was like, nah, bro.
This ain't right. Nothing.
This ain't
nothing.
Right. At least when what's his name? Samuel. It ain't Samuel,
Yeah,
Samuel. Whenever Samuel was trying to feel her, at least she walked away. She had enough sense to be like, nah, bro, go on somewhere. He over there. At the wedding, bro. Like, come on.
And then she got all that little dress. Like, ma'am, how did you even know about the wedding? How did you even know about the wedding? Why are you here? Who invited you?
Who invited you? So then, of course, the sisters tell her about it, and she go out there and look, and she like, who that man? I wouldn't have went back to the bathroom. I'd have been straight out there on that dance floor snatching somebody's wig.
I would have snatched that dress clean off her.
Not the whole dress. His kids there.
I don't care. Kids, cover your eyes.
Oh man. Well, of course, after that happens, she is about to ready to go out there and snatch the wig off. But then, of course, enters Big Mama, and she saves the day. And she goes up, and they go out there, and they out there. You know, wow, wow, wow.
Baby.
So that kind of really sets the scene for Big Mama. How did it make you feel?
So that right there just showed that Big Mama is the one that comes in and saves the day. Like everything that goes wrong, she's going to be the person that's going to stitch it up, put the Band-Aid on. She's going to pour the peroxide in the wound, and she's going to clean it, and she's going to Band-Aid it up. Like That's what it pretty much showed.
Right. Do you think we still got Big Mamas out here?
No.
I don't think so either. Not trying to take away from my great, well, it ain't a lot of great people got great grandparents anymore. Well, I guess our kids do. But I forgot about them. But I don't know. I feel like people just what am I trying to say? I feel like people just don't know how to handle loving people through thick and thin, like for real sometimes.
Right. I think my mama, she might end up being a big mama. She can change. My mama done went from a thug to living her life the right way. So she might end up being a big mama. She might be that person.
She might. And you know, as people get older, they get a little softer anyway.
Right. And my mama done got soft. I was like, this is not the person that raised us. Who are you?
Straight like that. No, but for real, like I feel like a lot of people felt like back in the day, the older generation actually gave people too many chances. So they went the opposite direction and don't be giving people enough chances, I guess is my point.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Which don't get me wrong, but a lot of big mamas back in the day probably should have cut that cousin twice removed and done stole from you 3 times. Like, let's be clear. But it was the reason why the family still knew each other. So it's like, you know, it's kind of, you know, give and take or whatever. I guess.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
Nigga said Big Mama invited them in. No, she didn't.
I don't think she did. I hope she wasn't that messy.
And Tia said, I don't know any exes as bold as that, the guy or the girl. I might know.
I don't know. I'm that bold. I remember that nigga got married on me. I was like, where is the wedding? Where is the wedding?
You wasn't up there dancing with him with a half dress on.
I don't know. I was younger then.
Daisy said,
there's a possibility. I'm just saying. It was a possibility. Now at my 38 age. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm trying, y'all. She gonna get herself in trouble. Daisy said parents get soft when they become grandparents, and that's a whole.
And they do.
That is
the whole McDonald's money. My mama be sending my kids home with the stupidest shit, and I was like, "You wouldn't even want us to have this. So why did you go and buy this for them?" One day, she took them to a party that had candy galore. I think it was like a candy shop party or something like that. And they ate every piece of candy that was in there, and they was hype as hell. And then she brought them back to me, and then she was like, "They ate all the candy. They had such a good time." You would not let us eat that much candy, ma'am.
No, and would not. You hear me? And would not. That's why I be trying to tell my son, like, he was like, yo, y'all probably didn't have McDonald's. We had McDonald's. I ain't that dang old. But we got McDonald's when we got our progress report, a report card, and had good grades. Okay, that McDonald's was a prize. Now it's just you just get it at any time. Now
I'm tired. I'm tired Tuesday. What y'all want to eat?
I know that's right. I know that is right. He said, Kev said, what up, though? What's up, Kev?
Hey, Kev.
D said, I ain't going to the wedding. I'm going to wait till they divorce and say, told you so, now pull up. Nikki said, true diesel, or however you spell it, LOL. Stuff I got whooped for. My mama say it's okay for my kids because they kids, WTF.
Same.
Oh, man. All right, so after the wedding scene, of course, the next scene they go and that's when they actually highlight like why the movie is called Soul Food, because they in there cooking macaroni and cheese and chicken or fish or greens or whatever, everything from scratch. Ain't nothing coming out no can, okay?
They cook too much food. That's why Big Mama had died. Oh, go ahead.
You right, it is. That's why a lot of us black folk out here with sugar diabetes, as the old folks used to say. all that starch and sugar and stuff in all them meals. But anywho, we putting the sugar in everything. But do you feel like family dinner is a lost tradition?
Yes, I do. So whenever I was growing up, I lived in Roxborough near my daddy's family, and my grandma cooked every Sunday. And everybody, like the whole family, would be at my grandma's house every Sunday. We might then all sit down and actually eat together. Like people kind of staggered in or whatever, but they'll come in, they'll speak, go straight to the kitchen, and they'll eat their food. And then we would all just sit around. And the kids, we had our place where we would go and play, because grandma always had to have a place for her grandbabies.
Okay.
And couldn't nobody be in there messing with them, because that's for the grandbabies. And then like the adults, they would be in the kitchen playing cards, listening to music and all that kind of stuff. And my grandma would be on the couch, happy as ever,
right.
Sleep half the time. Yeah. Like she doze off, wake up, doze off, wake up.
Looking like Tierra. No.
But we don't have that, and I want it. Like I cook every Sunday. I try to make it my business to cook a big meal for my kids every Sunday. Okay. I don't cook big meals throughout the week. I try to keep it minimum throughout the week. But on Sundays, I try to do something big. And I want to eventually get to the point where my family is meeting together, where we can all eat together on Sundays.
Yeah. I actually have tried to get my family to kind of bring it back, even if it ain't every Sunday. Like, can we do it once a month? Like, I'm sure there's one Sunday a month, that everybody can get together. But for some reason, we just can't get it together.
Just because they don't want to.
And then if we do try, like, because one of the things my grandma, she was kind of like the big mama of the family to an extent, of course she let shenanigans be shenanigans or whatnot. But she was really big about, especially around holiday time. We was going to have Thanksgiving, we was going to have Christmas, and Christmas was like our holiday. Like everybody come out, everybody bring gifts, the whole living room full of presents, the kids is opening, we going to have 4 different pound cakes. Like we went all out. And that shit, she died. It just slowly drip. And now we lucky. We see it.
Right.
I mean, a couple of us try to still do it, and a couple of us still get together, but the houses haven't been like full or felt the same. Like it's just
right.
People just ain't invested no more. I know we busy. Trust me. I'm if you look up busy in the dictionary, my picture over there like this. Okay, I get it. Listen. But we got to do better as a family, because there's some people out there with no families. Okay.
I know, right. And my grandma even used to feed them people. Come on, baby. Come on in here and get some of that cornbread.
Right.
Pig's feet. Whatever. I ain't eating the pig feet.
No, you can have it. It don't feel right in your mouth. He said all that sugar and salt fats.
Exactly.
And what make it so bad, they put salt on it some more when they get the plate. They ain't even tasted the food yet. My mama still do that.
I don't even have salt in my house. I don't use salt to season my food at all whatsoever. But I remember my grandma, she would pour, and I'm like, bam, you're the one that cooked it. So why are you adding salt to the food that you cooked?
Hear that rice just shaking up in there. Tiana was laughing at me. I'm guessing probably because I was talking about her sister. Kel said, what time on Sunday? Okay.
Hey, Kel, we can figure this out. We can figure this out.
Figure it out. Deezy said family dinner is dead because them strong family members ain't around no more. Back then, everybody lived together. Everyone have their own houses now. That's why molestation was big in Black households. I mean, that's
true.
That's
I
a good
agree
fact.
with that.
That's a good fact. He said, man, don't nobody be wanting everybody in their house, family or not. I'll take everybody in my house. Now I'm gonna watch it now. You better stay downstairs.
But I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna run upstairs like this. Like Monique did in the reading. That's how I'm gonna run up your stairs.
I haven't seen that yet. Chris keep telling me.
Oh my gosh. We have to discuss that movie next month. Lord. That's gonna be next month's movie.
The reading. I'm about to make sure I watch it, y'all. Y'all go ahead and put it down. He said 10 people used to live in a 2-bedroom house. It's changed. Hey, sometimes.
Facts. My on my mama's side of the family is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bedrooms. And in that household was my aunt who had 2 kids, my grandma who had 6, was it 6 or 5, Nikki? I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, and then plus the parents, and then my great grandma also lived there. All of them lived in that house, and them bedrooms ain't big.
Oh, they were small back in the day, honey. It was small.
Yeah. So my grandma had 6 kids. My grandma had 6 kids plus her, my Aunt Ann, and then she had 2 kids, and then my grandma, my great grandma. So 11 people in a 5-bedroom house.
5 bedrooms, y'all was rich. I
mean, you know.
She said we were. All right, let's move along. We ain't even made it past the beginning of the movie. We in 30 minutes.
Oh, no,
all right,
let's go.
So of course that part also shown where Big Mama's health was going bad because she burnt her arm, didn't even realize it. What really what really made it big in my mind in that part is she was talking about, I don't need to go to no doctor. They're not taking my leg. I'm just gonna take some turpentine and herbs. That's what's wrong with us now. Okay, they're trying to pray it away or take herbs. Okay. Oh man. But a little bit after that, Maxine and Terry, let's talk about their relationship. So their relationship was jacked up from beginning, really, because I felt like Terry was just different from the other two sisters anyway. She was different from them anyway, so she probably felt like the outsider because she was the oldest. A lot of the older kids, they had this mentality. But what started it off?
Excuse me.
I said what I said, and I meant what I said. But what really messed them up is that Maxine's husband that she's married to now was actually Terry's man first. And Maxine, I might as well just say stole him. And they got caught cheating.
Yeah, they did get caught.
I was about to say. Don't you over there trying to make it sound right? Okay. So my whole question is, I don't want to, just talk about the cheating. All of that was wrong, and that's why Terry had part of the chip on her shoulder, pretty much the rest of her life, really. But how do you feel about the fact that them two ended up together? They ended up marrying each other, ended up having kids, and they in real love. None of that. I just slept with him and I'm sorry, but it happened. Move on with your life. No, they might ended up being soulmates. So how do you feel? Do you feel like it was worth ruining the sister relationship?
Yes.
She said.
But I only say that because in our teenage years and in our 20s and hell, me in my 30s, we make some bad decisions. We think that we are in love, infatuated with people that don't necessarily, they're not necessarily our soulmates. They're not the person that we're going to end up being with. I feel like they had no business being together. Terry and I can't even remember the guy's name. They had no business being together.
Kenny.
He ended up, Ken. He ended up being with who he was supposed to be with. Like in the movie, it portrayed that they were in love. They absolutely loved each other. They were still all over each other and everything. So would I be hurt if it happened to me? Hell yeah. Would I want to snatch a bitch wig off? Hell yeah. However, looking from the outside inside, I can understand it.
Yeah. I definitely think, like I said, I think they were really actually soulmates, and they actually probably ended up being together. I feel like Maxine could have handled it better though. They would figured out that they was feeling each other. It would have hurt the sister regardless. Now, don't get me wrong, because it was her man. But I felt like they may have been able to heal from it a little bit easier and a little bit quicker if they both would have been like, I know this is wrong. I know y'all together, but I think we like each other. And we gonna date.
Our butterflies are going past
butterflies
each other.
is butterflying. But no, they just snuck around and cheated in the sound. And from the looks of it, I don't know if they ever even discussed it. I think they just let it happen and rolled over and lived life.
So
and now Terry, really, and now Terry over there sitting in her life all scorned and everything, probably needed to go lay on somebody's couch, if we're being completely honest. And back then and now people don't be seeking therapy for whatever reason. But you know what? There's really no excuse in today's time because we have virtual therapy. And guess what? A sponsor of our podcast is Eclectic Clinical Solutions. So if you are seeking virtual therapy outside of the non-traditional hours in a non-traditional setting and would like to experience therapy in the comfort of your own home, and if you feel restricted to a therapist in your area code, you can check. If you check any of those boxes, please, she done messed me up. Please check out Eclectic Clinical Solutions. They are here to help you by offering 100% HIPAA compliant virtual sessions. This means that you're able to show up in a way that means that's most authentic to you, whether it be in your comfortable clothes, your fur baby, with your cup of tea, with your favorite blanket, everything. It's a no one size fits all approach to therapy and clinical solutions. She messed me up. They believe in eclectic therapeutic approach grounded in CBT practices. I'm turning this up tonight so that your therapeutic journey is as unique as you are. So Eclectic Clinical Solutions are LGBTQ plus informed, friendly, and ally, and licensed to offer therapy in North and South Carolina. So please visit www.eclecticclinical.com to schedule your first session. Thank you, Eclectic Clinical Solutions, for sponsoring Occasionally Posh. We appreciate
y'all. Go talk to the lady.
Y'all better go talk to her. She done been on the podcast a few times. She be know if I didn't know her like that and think, she would look at me differently. I
would relax, release.
Definitely go see her. Oh man. All right, there's a lot of comments. He probably liked Maxine first anyway. I mean, that's true. Then why didn't you just go after Maxine?
Because Maxine probably looked like the harder person to go to. So he went to the easiest one. He was like, "Oh, they sisters, so she pretty too. Let me go to her."
I cannot. Oh man, he said a huge family is 75% of drama anytime. I tore that up. They did Terry, or is it Terry? I don't remember. Wrong. They just expected her to sit across the table from her ex and sister with a smile. Facts. Terry was too high class acting. She was. I feel like it was a little bit of a defense mechanism too, though.
Yeah, which I think. We'll get to that. We'll get to it. Yeah. But I agree.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of defense mechanism. You always think people be all in love till you get to know their situation. That's why marriages used to last 100 years. They faked a lot of truth to protect their images. That's a whole word right there.
They're still doing that now, sir.
She said everyone in family took Terry, man. You
know what?
It's rough out here. If you got a big woman, they're gonna take your man. I'm done. Okay, sponsor. Thank you, man. Therapy about $50 a session. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't no $50 no session.
If you got insurance, it's free. And then there's also
I don't know about free. I ain't never
sliding
been to free place.
scales.
But there
Well,
is sliding.
yeah,
You
sliding
got to
scales, but
co-pay.
some of it is free. Some
It
of it is
is.
free, depending on who you with.
If you aren't paying for therapy now, you're probably paying for it in other ways. Honey, that part. That
He said
part.
Rod Wave. You know what? Ain't nobody listen to Rod Wave
Mm-mm.
because Rod Wave is
I don't know who
so
that is.
depressing.
Mm.
I like Rod Wave, but he is depressing. Rod Wave needs to be sitting on the lady's couch. You know what? Tomorrow I'm going to send him Electric Solutions flyer.
Send it right on over. All right.
But
I
you
don't know
know,
who that is.
sometimes you don't want people to get healed. I like whenever singers and rappers and stuff be in their bad space because they make really good music. I did not like whenever Mary J got cleaned. When she got cleaned, I was not happy.
Done.
I'm just done. Being honest.
All right, moving along. Bird, they go to the scene where Bird is in her shop doing her little thing, her thug thizzle. I ain't messing with her. Doing her thug thizzle. And here come the ex again, popping up at the shop, trying to give her gifts and stuff. Why do women allow men to act like this? Why wouldn't he kick that immediately? And on the flip side of that, why did that man do that knowing that she is somebody? It ain't even a man and woman thing. Both men and women do this stupid mess. Why do some people go to people knowing they with somebody, and why do some people keep going back to the ex?
Knowing that I still got it. I'm trying to think. Why would I go back to my ex? If I went back to my ex, it's to prove I can still get you. I can still get you if I want you.
Goal was?
Huh?
You think that's what his goal was, to try to prove that he still got it?
Yeah, like okay. I got it. I got this. Like I can get her anytime. And then I also got money. I got more money than you. Like money, because I can come in here but in his mind, I got more money than you. I can shower her with gifts. I can give her things that you can't give her.
Right.
Because you are a criminal and all this kind of stuff. Like you probably can't get no really good job. So that's that. And then allowing somebody to come into your space, even if you know you don't want them. Sometimes that's the feeling of, bitch, I still got it. Like this he's still chasing after me. Like, let me find out.
Okay. I mean, you're not gonna get it, but it's nice to know. Okay.
It's nice to know that you want it.
That's real dangerous, though. That's real dangerous. Real dangerous. So then a little bit after that, Liam lost his job because he lied on his job application about being a felon. So he got fired. He go to the married man for advice, aka Kenny, and they both agreed upon the decision not to tell his wife.
So I agree and also disagree with them. Okay. Just looking from me being an adult, I disagree because why are you lying to your wife? Like, right. This is the person you've married. You need to be up, truth, and honest with her. However, as women, as Black women, because that's the only space that I know is Black women. A lot of times we are very hard on Black men, and they can do something that's very minute in other communities, and we take it to the whole extreme. Yeah. And I can understand, like, don't tell her, because if you tell her, it's going to be big. It's going to be like a big deal. She's going to tell her sisters. Big mama going to know. Little Craig down the street going to know. The pastor going to know. Everybody going to be at the table looking at you crazy. Like, he already went to prison, so they already looking at him sideways anyway. Right. And now he done lost his job. Yeah. So I get it, but then I don't get it. So
yeah. I mean, I definitely get it. You know, number one, he probably didn't want to cause her stress because they was newly married, for number one. And number two, I mean, some of it was pride. I mean, we being completely honest. But the part that us, and I'm going to say us because we all do it. Don't you know what you do in the dark gonna come to light? People really be thinking they just gonna lie and it's just never gonna come out.
But sometimes they don't do criminal record checks.
sometimes they don't, but sometimes they do.
Listen, if I had a criminal record, I'm gonna tell you right now, if I had a criminal record, actually, I did have a criminal record, and I used to be truthful on it. I would be like, yes, and I saw that people was turning me down, and I was like, I'm more than qualified for this job. They're turning me down just because I checked yes. They didn't go back to see what my criminal record was, so I started checking no. So then whenever I check no, they'll call me back for an interview. I'll go in for an interview, and I then will let them know, you know what, I do have a criminal record. This is what my criminal record is. Da 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 da. And I ended up getting hired at a job that had previously told me no, and then came back and told me yes. But I had the same prerequisites. I had the same job before that. I'm the same person. The only thing is I checked no the second time, and you were willing to talk to me.
Yeah, I guess. I get it, but you know, now look what he went. Look through all the mess he went through when he could have just been honest in the first place. Especially knowing that she had her own, not even on the flip side of what you're doing in the dark on the application, what you're doing in the dark not telling your wife, because you knew she owned her own business with me. She could come and go as she pleased. So you thought you could just chill at the house so she wasn't gonna come home one day? Like,
I don't care if I got my if I work a 9 to 5, I'm gonna come home at random times of the day just to check shit out.
That part. Oh Lord. I'm so behind.
Your comments
it said it seemed like Terry wanted her ex back sometime. I don't think she was ever over it. I don't think she was ever over either.
She was never over it.
I ain't gonna say I don't think she wanted him back in particular. She just wanted the dynamic that him and Maxine had in her life, I think. I don't think it was him per se. But she felt like she got the short end of the stick.
I'm gonna save my thoughts in the back of my head because I agree. But
okay.
We're gonna discuss that later.
Because sometimes you cannot, you know, sometimes. So this is what's hard. The hardest thing for a woman to get over a lot of the times is not the person that you lost because they was meant for you. It was because they were a good person and you can't figure out why y'all couldn't make it work. So then you upset about the next person, if that makes sense. So it doesn't mean that Terry. It don't mean that Terry and her was Terry and Kenny was meant to be together, but sometimes you wonder because he's a good guy. You look at him, he taking care of Maxine. They got a good dynamic. They look like they communicate. They don't pop out the third or fourth child. You know what I'm saying? So in your mind, you're like, we could have had that, but could you really at the end of the day? Because
not her mentality. But...
Not the way she liked to work. and stuff. Anywho, I'm sorry. But Terry talking about the ex was fine. He all right. He was all right.
I mean, we yeller.
He said, y'all alone men to act like because y'all be lonely. Y'all allow men to act like this because y'all be lonely. Men be lonely too. Y'all don't say it, but that's what be wrong with you. Could it be fun? Because it be fun. Why not? Huh?
Sometimes I be lonely and I be allowing niggas to. I'm like, well, it's fun right now. I ain't got shit else to do. Why not?
Sometimes it don't even be fun. It just be something. Love the attention. Why not? Same reason married people be in other people's faces like they single. I mean, that's facts.
100% facts.
For me, I don't go back to an ex with no passion. If I do, it's because I wanted temporary relief. Nothing too serious. I'm done.
Easy.
Going on. Y'all found out why we lied. Jody told y'all on baby boys. Don't make it right. But let a woman lie to y'all. Oh Lord, buildings is falling, bombs is going off, and everything else. Y'all done been shot, stabbed, and killed from hurt. Okay, let a woman do something wrong. Y'all lie to us. We supposed to be all like, okay.
They be like, I went out, I had sex with this girl, I had sex with that girl, I tricked off, blah, blah, and all that kind of stuff. And then I be like, I just went out on a date. They're like, you whore! I just went on a date.
Facts on facts on facts. Tierra said, first of all, it was so old school for him to just pop up at night for a talk. No call, no way to text. LOL. Well, I mean, they could have waited until he had a job to get married, especially it caused so much stress on their relationship sometimes. I mean, that might be
But
true.
he had a job, right? He had a job. And
she was saying that may could have been, I'm guessing, correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
That may have could have been one of the reasons because he got the job. Now we married. Oh Lord, now I done lost it. You know what I'm saying? It was just losing of that stability.
Right. Gotcha.
Ain't too many people completely open anyway. You got to know that it's impossible that you'll know everything about someone. I mean, that's true to an extent. That's true to an extent. You're not gonna know everybody's feelings and everybody's faults and everybody's. You're gonna know like the good basic core stuff, but you're not gonna know every intricate piece. I agree with that.
Right.
And people grow too. I could tell you, I'm one of the people. I done changed a lot over the last few years. Okay. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just me getting old. I don't know what it is. But I done changed a lot.
The closer I get to my 40s,
I'm talk about it.
I'm a whole different person. I'm out here having a good time.
I know that. He said everything done in the dark won't always come to light, especially if the power don't work or the fuse is going by.
You know what? Bye.
Bye. Wait, did Terry pay for Bird wedding too? I think she did.
She did.
What killed me about it is she kept paying for stuff but didn't get mad or complaining about it. What quit paying for it?
Girl, keep paying for stuff. You gonna complain and you gonna keep paying. Bye. Next.
He say no such thing as meant to be together. You make it work or you don't. I agree and disagree.
I don't agree with it.
I agree and disagree. Women gonna lie. You can't stop it. I expect it. People gonna lie. Why you gotta just say women? People.
Niggas.
He said, y'all, I'm late. I'm mad I missed it. You missed it again.
You missed it again. We are so
tonight. I tore it up tonight. I'm just gonna go ahead.
It was my fault because I was in the background. I was like,
she was mouth all in the mic.
Relax, release. Release.
Oh my god. Let's see where I'm at.
Bye, Nikki. Don't be listening to it.
All right, we're gonna go to Miles and I'm not. We're gonna go to Miles and Terry. We ain't gonna never make it through this. Okay, we're gonna go to Miles and Terry. We're only halfway. Mess with y'all.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
Miles and Terry, you see their relationship. You can kind of tell they ain't really. They just kind of existing. Okay, they're at this point of the in the movie, really. But one of the big scenes that came out first with Miles and Terry is that, of course, Miles is an artist. He has his group Milestone. And he wants to really pursue his music, his passion, his career, or whatnot. So you learned that she didn't support this because he took $5,000 out of their savings account and didn't tell her, and she got upset, and he said it was for his music. And then she went on to say, I thought it was just a hobby. And he was like, you just don't support me. Yeah, quit looking at him. Do like me. I just don't even look over there until necessary. Okay. She's so terrible. So do you, in that situation, who was wrong?
Both. He was wrong for taking the money and not letting her know that he was taking the money.
Fact.
She is wrong for not supporting him and his endeavors. Like, support your man. And no, my name says co-host B. Yeah, so both of them was wrong. I feel like she should support him. Like, baby, I don't care. If my nigga is out there just catching chickens and rolling them around to snap their neck, I'm gonna be out there.
I am done. So yeah, I think he was definitely. She's wrong for not supporting him, but he's completely wrong by just taking money out of a shared account without any communication. And I was actually watching a movie with my husband in the room. He was like, well, it was their money. He probably made most of it. Well, technically, she was like, only 3,000 of it was yours. But she She said it was mine. He said I could take my money. I made it. I put it in there. She said, well, technically, you only took your money. Your part was 3,000. She had the whole calculation to the cents.
See,
But anywho,
that's the women that you don't need to mess with. Like, that's the women you don't need to mess with. That they are so calculated in the amount of money that you put into the account.
Why you coming for me? Because I would know how much I put in there.
Because why you counting every penny?
Because that's what I do.
This is our account. This is our account. So this is what I feel like. If it's our account and we are both putting money into our account, I'm not going to actually sit there and remember that
I ain't gonna remember it. No, I probably go look. I ain't gonna remember it.
But only 3,000 of the 67,000 in this account came from you. Like if we're doing this together, we're doing this together.
She was being petty in that regard.
Yeah.
But if it's a shared account, you have to have communication. And again, me and my husband, I'll be transparent. Me and him tried it. We don't share accounts. Everybody,
we remember the bite.
Shut up. I don't know what you're talking about. So it ain't for everybody, okay? Get on my dang nerves. Get on my nerves. It ain't for everybody. So yeah, but if you have, it is my honest opinion. If you have a shared account and you're gonna take out $20 or $30, that's different. 5,000, that ain't no little penny.
He done went 2,000 over what he done put in. I would go and withdraw all the money. Sunshine.
Well, but she about to be fired off her own podcast.
Wait, let me get myself together.
Oh Lord, Nikki said that's why she ain't got no man. Wow.
Don't y'all be coming for me. Okay. All right, I'm back.
But yeah, I think you definitely have to communicate. 5,000 ain't no little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you were taking out for something you asked. I don't care if you had to go buy a water heater, which is something we both was gonna need. Communication is key. Is all my point is. So
I agree. I 100% agree.
He was wrong.
I just thought that it was petty to bring out the exact.
Oh yeah, she was being petty, and she did that a lot. She would petty boost a lot about things. So I mean, that was normal for her. All right, but you know who did relate though? Old Miles and Miles. Faith.
Okay, go ahead. All right, go.
All right, we're gonna talk about Faith a little bit. Let's go to oh Lord. So how did you feel about Bird going to the ex who just wanted whatever he wanted from him to ask to help find her husband a job?
She was 100% wrong in that.
Very wrong. Very wrong.
If it's so, I'm just thinking, like, if it's a situation where my husband or boyfriend or whatever has lost their job, but I know somebody that can get them a job, I'd be like, hey, you know what? Somebody that I knew back in the day, I might not necessarily say date, but I don't know. It depends. It depends on how understanding we are with each other, how much I can say. But I will say, I know somebody back in the day that works at blah, 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 blah. I'm pretty sure I could probably get you on. They end up getting on. Baby, Samuel was 100% wrong. And the way that he came to
he came about day 3 of the job with Liam.
Yeah, Liam. And he was like, yeah, I used to call her Cola because she put her body and all that kind of stuff.
And she knew him well enough to know he would do something dumb like that.
Right. She was 100% wrong in that. I don't find Liam wrong in anything that he done after that, like his reaction to that. I don't think he was wrong at all.
I don't agree with that.
Shit. I'm sorry.
the way he reacted, he came to her place of business and acted a plum fool. he treated her like she just went down the whole line and slept with every man on the block to get her the job. Like came in there, came to her place of business with her clients, broke her glass door, and then got in the back.
Why you playing in my face?
No, but he overreacted.
No.
I don't care what you do. It ain't no reason to put your hands on somebody.
Like he
pushed her. Like let's not demolish the really. So you saying it's okay to be pushed? I want to hear this.
No, I'm not saying it's okay to be pushed.
Be clear.
But he didn't. I don't know because in my mind, I don't know because I feel like if I say what I want to say, I support DV, and I don't want to support domestic violence. However, he didn't hit her. He just pushed.
No, ain't no just. No.
Yeah, and that sounds.
Be careful.
Okay, so
let's be careful. And within his situation, it was just a moment in time. It was just a little bit of anger. But do you know how many women out there who that is all they start out with, and next they know they getting their butt whipped on the regular? Like we got to be clear on what's right and what's wrong. And he was wrong.
This is true. I mean, if a nigga push me, I'm gonna push you back. If a nigga push me, I'm gonna push you back. You hit me, I'm gonna hit you back.
I'm gonna push you. You push me, I'm gonna push you with a knife. You play dirty, I'm playing dirty.
Hey, listen, and I might go for your mama. Don't fuck with me because I go for your mama.
Not to go for the mama. Oh man. It ain't no reason for nobody to put their hands on each other. Point blank period. Man, woman, child, boy, girl. He overreacted. Okay. And that overreaction got Terry to call cousin, whatever his name was. What was it? Cousin Blimp. I think that was his name.
Yeah, Blimp.
Because they thought she was in there getting her butt whipped. And so then Blimp come to the bar and why did Liam have a gun on him? It was in the glove compartment. Why was it on him?
Because he was outside by himself. That's why the gun was on him.
Knowing you was on probation. You can't have a gun on probation.
I get that, but if you outside by yourself, ain't nobody else with you.
I ain't got no gun. I'm by myself all the time.
I mean, baby.
I mean, the gun got his butt not whooped, so I guess it came in handy. But it came in handy. Going back to prison.
Was it at the cost? No. Should he have had a gun? No. Do I understand why he had a gun? Yes. Do I understand why he brought the gun into the bar while he was in there drinking by himself? Yes.
Right.
I get it. I get all of it.
I get it to an extent, but I ain't never been to prison, but I sure wouldn't be trying to go back.
Baby, I went to jail for 24 hours. I never go back to jail again. Never go back to jail again. That was the worst 24 hours of my life. I cried for the first 6. Then after that, we was just in there playing spades.
I cannot. Tia said, of course, he came to her place of business and blew her spot up. He blew the spot up at his job before he got there. I mean, but that's his job that he didn't own.
But
let's be clear. It's different when you own the business. Some of them cousins might have never came back. Now you ain't working and she done lost business.
I don't care. Why did you?
People not caring is why people out here living on these streets. Yo, you got to care at some point. No, it ain't. And she pregnant.
Sometimes it's fun.
Nah, it ain't.
Fuck them customers. If they loved you, they'll understand that I had a moment and they'll come back next week.
I cannot. But business and love are two different things. Okay. That's what her butt get. No. Decent. When I turn on soul food, I ain't seen no food. I could eat. Oh, what? They show food in like the first 5 minutes of the movie.
He said it. I guess he said it took too long for them to show food.
I'm done.
You know what?
She said it was a pump push. Nah, a push is a push. I don't care. Ain't nobody pushing me. I don't care. Women abuse men too. Ain't nobody said they didn't.
And we have always said that women should not put their hands on men.
I don't agree either way.
Not expect to get hit back.
Facts. Nah, people react quickly. Don't even mean it. Everybody done had something happening there. You know what I'm saying? Can't control how people gonna react, but if you did initiate this, it's a totally different story. Tiara said she had on that bracelet when he got there too, and did was wearing it strong.
Oh, disrespectful, helpful.
I would have just sold
That's
it.
what he should have. No, I'm playing. But me as a woman, if a girl had brought you something, and I'm like, this is a situation reversed, and I walk in and you got on a bracelet or necklace that she done brought you.
Okay. Nikki said people
Nikki
need to
already
stop
know
in these marriages because when a person flipped, they looking sad. I mean, she
Nikki
was trying to
already
be helpful. She made a bad decision, but she was trying to be. She had good intentions. Y'all like she was out there licking booty holes or something. She was just trying to help him get him. And I ain't saying what she did was right now. Let me be clear. But he reacted like she been cheating on their whole marriage or something. It wasn't that serious.
I feel like it was. But I done grew up. Ain't that right, Nikki?
She said she feel, not feel. DC said I ain't gonna hit you. I'll get in the streets and get eaten. I'll be home I'll be home when I feel better. So you gonna be getting eaten by getting her a job, because that's all she did. She already had a job. Terry bougie, but she was not playing about her little sister, and wasn't okay, and wasn't went to jail and Miss Jeezy.
Jeezy.
Oh, Jeezy.
Don't you ever disrespect Jeezy. I did not miss Jeezy though, Nikki.
I cannot. All right, let's move along. I can't give you any comment. We already an hour in, okay? So of course, one of my favorite scenes is when Mal just happened to be in the area where one of my favorite scenes is when Mal just happened to be in an area where Faith had an audition. How lucky was she? And went up there and played the little song.
I used to know that whole dance from beginning to end.
I used to do a little kick, the little kick on that part.
I'm gonna relearn it and I'm gonna do it and make a video.
Oh God, I'm gonna post it too. Let me post it. All right, but fast forward a little bit. They chilling at the house, tearing out at home. They go in, she tell him that she got the job or whatever. He ain't there working on music. And he said something real serious to her because she probably needed some therapy too. And she went upstairs and jumped on it. She jumped on it. What got me, it wasn't the cheating that got me per se, because him and Terry they were just existing. It was the fact that Terry walked up in there, seen it, and then walked out left.
Because she had her nephew with her.
Oh, so forget that nephew. You go downstairs. I'll be back in a minute.
I mean, I'm just saying, I feel like that's why she did it the way that she did it. Me personally, you back right there by the window. Let's have the scenic view. Let's go out the window so you can see everything outside. I mean, that's just me.
I cannot. Ain't nothing. I'm a pretty mature person, but ain't nothing mature enough for me to just turn around and walk off and get in my car and drive off while my man upstairs having relations with my cousin on top of that.
And then you want to come to my sister's anniversary party, and you over there looking all stupid. Like,
She said, I wish I'd have just clipped that part. F this family, the family F my husband.
And is.
Oh.
Terry's family. I mean, Terry's man.
I mean, technically, Faith was like second tier to the family of the column they were talking about. But and then she decided to go off in front of. So she ended up going off in front of the nephew anyway. What was the point of waiting?
Listen, that's what she should have done the first time.
That's right. At least got the job done. She was too many people at the party.
should have shot his ass up.
I forgot how quickly she when she was going through that party chasing him and she seen Faith and she like a video game. She turned
Everybody
that thing
gotta go.
quick. Okay. She turned that thing quick. She said Faith was dancing off Tupac. She was a thug. Oh, child, thug. I hear you. Yeah, she had her nephew. I get that. Nephew was at the party too, though, was my point. So either way, you went off.
Listen, at one point she was in her right mind. At the second point, she was like, you know what? Fuck this, because family been fucking my husband. And fuck all y'all. And everybody got to go.
Everybody gotta go. It was amazing to me how easily Maxine could just ask Terry for money, knowing that Terry be already paying everything, though. So what I figured was, Terry and Miles, you can pay for everything, we pay you back. Like, why we do that as family? Why is that the go-to? We go to the person in the family who we just that one person.
Right. Because a lot of times if I'm being honest, a lot of times the people that have the most money in the family, they brag about the fact that they have the most money, and they talk down about other people that don't have as much money as them. So big money, you got all the money, do what you need to do.
I got it.
But it happens. I mean, like, let's be honest, a lot of the times the people that have the most money in the family, they brag about their money, they brag about everything that they got, they brag about everything that they're buying, and then they talk junk about somebody. Like, I don't understand why little Ray couldn't buy a hamburger. Well, Lil Ray probably didn't have the money to buy a hamburger. Why are you talking junk about Lil Ray? Like, instead of talking junk about him, buy him a fucking hamburger. Or pay for Big Mama's medical expenses.
I don't know. To me, if somebody is that bad, it makes me not want to ask for money. I mean, I don't like asking people for money, period, anyway. Y'all know this about me. But the more you brag about it, the more I'm going to be like, I don't need you. That's just me. But some people don't care.
The more people brag about their money, the more that you feel you don't need them.
Yes.
Girl, good damn bye. You full of shit.
I don't ask people for money. I don't ask nobody for money.
No, I know that. But the more that somebody brags about the money that they have,
the more I do not want to ask them for it. They obviously empty somewhere. You're not about to be getting your kicks and giggles off trying to help me.
Child, if I need it, I'm gonna ask you for it. I don't care. You can get kicks and giggles all damn day. My light's still on.
Yeah, I ain't got time. I ain't trying to hear it. I can't stand for nobody to be throwing nothing in your face that they done for you. That hurts. I'd rather just be in the dark than you throwing up in my face that you did something for me. I can't stand it.
I don't like being hot and I don't like being cold.
If people gonna help me, I want them to truly help me because they care and shut up about it. If I help somebody, I'm not gonna sit there and throw it in their face that I helped them. And I want the same respect.
Which is understandable. But I mean, for the most part, you can't, even people that don't brag about what they have, they might still go out and do the exact same thing. They be like, oh, I helped her out with her lights, I helped her out with her water and blah blah and all kind of stuff. And they may not even have the money that they can even brag about, but they'll do it. So for me, if I need help, I need help. I'm not going hungry to try to save face for any of y'all. Fuck y'all, feed me and these kids.
I go ask the white man at the Salvation Army before I ask you.
Girl, so you'll go ask the white man before you ask your people?
At the Salvation Army before I go to that aunt who gonna remind me of every Thanksgiving that she helped me. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna never see that man no more.
So you'll go reach out to the white man, but you don't want to reach out to the black
people. You ain't gonna throw it in my face.
Niggas get money and they want to go to the white side.
I'd rather go to somebody ain't got to hear about it no more. Okay,
child, I don't care. My grandma used to talk shit about us in front of our face. I don't give a damn.
Can't stand it. And it's funny that you said that because earlier somebody sent me a video about parents is the reason why we have low self-esteem, and it was that reasoning is that they tell you how to dress when you're younger and you're out there looking crazy, or they do something for you and they throw it in your face. Or if you ain't living like they think you should be living, especially in the black families, but we the worst at throwing something on somebody's face at their lowest point.
Right.
That's why
This is
we out
true.
here. That's why we out here getting cheated on or cheating or spending too much money or not making no money or out here dating people we know we ain't got no business dating because we don't know what the world we doing. We ain't got no 17 on know how to date. We messed up. We need to go talk to the lady. Okay. We go talk
The
to
lady gonna be like, child, get off my couch. Go talk to the man.
Get off my couch. Terry was resentful and cold because she should have said no more. That's fast. But the oldest usually feels they can't. And everyone would be big mad if she said no. I mean, that's facts too.
I
All of
agree.
that facts, all of that. I don't like to ask people for money either, but I know who truly means it from their heart. Facts. Facts. I ain't saying I wouldn't never
Baby,
ask nobody, but if you gonna sit there and keep throwing in
if
my
I
face, you
need
ask
it,
me for nothing.
I'm gonna tell you right now. For the most part, a lot of times I don't have to ask people for money because if I know that something is gonna come up, I'm gonna work overtime and make sure that I got the money to fund whatever I need. If there is ever a time that I have to ask for money, I don't care. I'm going to ask for it. And I'm not gonna feel bad about it. I'm not gonna feel upset about it. If you want to help me, you can. If you don't want to help me, you don't have to. But for the most part, I don't ask people for anything. And I'm also not ashamed to say if I need it, I'm gonna ask for it. Point blank. Period.
Point blank period. I'm bad about not asking. But it part I don't know. Most of it is my pride. I ain't gonna hold you. But I mean now
Fuck
I
that
don't have
pride.
to.
I got to eat. I need
Now,
lights and water.
now I just now if I need something, I just ask Mr. Credit Card or Mrs. Loan. Okay. I ain't asking no person.
And I don't even be wanting to do that because then I'll be like, that's gonna put me in a worse situation. I don't like taking out loans. I don't want credit cards. I don't like no. I just
Yuffie. So knowing that situation, I had a question that a lot of people say. You hear a lot of people say um people cheat because they're like what am I trying to say? People give some people a pass for cheating because how bad a relationship is. And so a lot of people, when they watch Soul Food, it was like, well, what did Terry expect? She wasn't romantic with Miles. They obviously didn't communicate. They obviously didn't jail. You should expect it to be cheated on. Do you agree with it?
I don't think that she should have expected to be cheated on. However, I can understand why Miles cheated on her. She didn't support him in the things that he wanted to have support in. She To me, she didn't even seem like affectionate. And maybe affection is not something that he necessarily wants. To us, we always, I think for the outside, people just assume that people want affection. Affection may not be something that he wants. I don't know that. But she also was not supportive in the dreams that he had.
Right.
And Faith was supportive. She showed up at the club whenever he was performing. She asked him, what's going on with whatever he had going on, just as he asked her what was going on with whatever she had going on.
Right.
Sometimes just supporting somebody can go way further.
Way.
It can go so
way.
long. So long.
And I feel like you can find an equal balance. You might not necessarily truly believe in what somebody believes in or that to that nature, but if you love somebody, you're supposed to love all of them.
Right.
The stuff that you understand and the stuff that you don't. So, I mean, now. One of the questions my husband asked me when we was watching, like when he said he was going to quit his job to fully focus on his music, he was like, "What if I said it?" I was like, "You funny." So I don't agree with. He should have just straight up quit his job for the dream, because I'm not a person who I don't do well with stress when I don't know where my money coming from. So I ain't saying that she had to automatically support him just straight up quitting his job, but they also in a very different tax bracket than we are too. So you never know. They actually probably had the finances for him to quit a little bit, blase. But anywho, that's neither here nor there. My point is, she definitely has to take accountability for her peace, but there's no reason to cheat, even though we all do it. There's no reason to cheat per se. You could have just left her.
We is not French.
Everybody in this world done cheated one way, form, or fashion. See, a lot of people just assume cheating mean I slept with somebody. Everybody sometime in their life was talking to somebody when they ain't had no business, or texting somebody, or flirting with somebody, or emotionally. Everybody done some stuff. Okay, don't be trying to sit in that.
No. I'm just but I do want to say, so the fact that he wanted to quit his job, and then you was like, your husband was like, what if I did that? I remember I quit my job and was just like, fuck it, I'm going back to school. Like, I'm not doing this job stuff anymore. Even though I didn't finish school, but that's neither here nor there. I plan to do something in the near future. But I did quit my job to focus on something that I was passionate about. It did become a point where I couldn't afford it because it was just me trying to maintain myself. So I guess I kind of do get it. I kind of do understand quitting something to fully 100% focus on something. However, if it's ever a point where it's more money going out than that's coming in, then we're gonna have to figure out something. Baby, drive Uber, drive Lyft, do some DoorDash.
Well, they didn't have
like
Uber Lyft back then.
Right. I understand that, but like now, like do something to bring some funds back in.
Right. But you also, and this is where a lot of people go wrong, you also have to be honest and transparent from somebody from the get-go about what could possibly be. So you can't get with somebody who's money driven like her and then expect her to be okay with you not getting money.
Right.
I feel like that's where a lot of people go wrong. When they not supporting. She didn't say you couldn't do your little drink, what she called it a hobby. But but at the same time, she's more of a realistic, money driven, work passion. You know what I'm saying? You can't just expect her to be like, oh, okay, I love you, so I'm gonna deal with it. Like, that's not who.
Like, let's have a conversation.
That's not who she is. So the same way you upset with her for not supporting you honestly are not supporting what her views on it either. If you're being completely honest.
I agree. Because this should have been a conversation that was had, which he did say I'm thinking about. But they should have had more of I'm thinking about quitting my job.
He knew when he said it that she wasn't gonna be all right with it.
Listen, me, I probably would have just went on to quit that damn job and asked for the and did my apology tour right after. Like, I quit my job. This is where we at, but I apologize.
Woo! But again, they was in a different tax bracket, so they probably could actually afford him. You know what I'm saying? Afford him not to work. She probably made enough money for the whole household anyway, to be completely honest. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, Tierra brought it up earlier. She also was doing a lot of things for the family too. So she was helping big mama and paying bills, and now they got these hospital bills and all this other stuff going on too. So it's a lot to consider when you just, deciding you just go up and quit. Just go up and quit.
Like I'm sweating. I ain't even sweating. But go ahead.
Let's see. I'm trying to stay with some of the comments, y'all. He said everybody cheats. All right. I ain't gonna read the rest of it. Relationships are business. I'm not leaving my woman because I want some other. That sound really, I can't. And if that's how you feel, that's all right. But be all right with your woman. Make sure your woman is okay with that.
I agree. Make sure your woman is okay with whatever you're doing.
Whenever y'all in that dating phase, just be like, look, I want to be committed with you, but sometimes I'm gonna want to be committed somewhere else. Just be transparent. You'll find a woman. You're gonna find it's a woman out there that's gonna be okay with it. But y'all don't be wanting to wait for that woman. Y'all want that woman you talking to be that woman. Like, no, you just want to wait to find her.
Okay. They be out here lying. Like, they be like, I just want to be committed.
You my only one. You my only thing. My eyes is for you. Lying.
No.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say no, the fuck it ain't, but go ahead.
Nigga said, "Nah, speak for yourself. So black women don't cheat." Goodbye.
Poo. Period. Okay. We don't.
That's what black men say too. So we said nobody cheat, huh?
Nobody cheats.
We just gonna be out here untruthful in 2023.
We're all being honest. That's our goal for 2023, 2024 is for people to be honest. with everybody.
Yeah.
And just let people know, I want a relationship where I can,
have your cake and eat it, and either too.
baby, I want to have cake, cake and eat it.
Cake on and eat on.
Cheek and charm. Like, I want to have everything. But I also want to feel loved. So like I understand, like I want like a poly type of thing, but I also want to feel the love and all that kind of stuff. So I'm being honest about that.
Right. That's all you can do, and just wait for the right person to come.
Right.
The problem is we get weary in the wait. Lord, that sound real saved. But we get it.
You sound like an old 98-year-old grandma.
Let me rework it. We get lonely in the wait, and then we
weary in the wait.
She get on my nerves. The problem is we get lonely trying to wait on that person, and then you be out here committing to people that you know you don't need to be with in the first place. Then you be mad at them because they don't want what you want. That's the problem.
Right. True.
That's the problem.
100%.
He said, "Get you some credit cards, though. That's the best trade line possible. I got plenty of them."
I mean, I agree, but I don't want credit. I feel like I'm gonna be horrible with credit cards.
You can start off with one.
Child, it would be a camel, a giraffe, and a tiger in my backyard if I had a credit card. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna buy animals.
I cannot. I'm done with her. Let's move along some more. I gotta pee. Oh Lord, she always gotta pee. All right. Well, we just gonna run. Go ahead. So he said poly ain't for the weak. Well, most women territorial because of how they were mentally raised. I think more men were territorial than women. Poly don't be working is because these new age women want poly to be that I'm gonna have some extra men and you have some extra women, but y'all want the women not to have no extra men. These is you one of them. Let me know. You want extra women, but you don't want them to have extra men, or you open to all things. Let us know in the comments. He said, "Ain't nobody mind nobody. You got kids or something?" No, I'm just messing. The sooner the world stop pushing fake standards, the better. I definitely agree with that too. He said, "No, you can have whatever you like. I don't be tripping." All right, well that's fine. That was the only thing I mean, I wouldn't be a poly person, so I ain't saying that's my jam. But the one part that I definitely did disagree with is that it's meant for men to do it, but women ain't supposed to do whatever they want or have whatever they want. That's the sexist part of it is what I couldn't get down with. But if you somebody you want to be open, then do what you do. That's between you and you. Okay, I'm down with that. All right. What? I'm done with you. I'm done with him.
Whatever you like.
Cannot.
Ice.
Oh my God.
My contacts are dry as hell tonight.
That's why I got my glasses on. I tried to put them contacts in 3 times. It was not having it today. I don't know what in the world. One thing Big Mama said when she was laying in the hospital.
I'm sorry.
One thing, I ain't scrolling up. One thing, trying to make it through the end of this movie. One thing Big Mama said whenever she finally woke up and Ahmad was there and they was talking or whatever. I think that's when she said it. She said, if you let bad things stop you, you won't be here for the good things. I like that quote. You can't. I'm about to cut it off. All right. Then something Maxine said whenever her and oh my God, what's the other girl name? Maxine and Bird was talking. She was saying that you have to allow men to stay a man and keep their dignity and just stay cool. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree. Am I a person that do it a lot of times? No, because I I ain't gonna lie. I was very horrible with my baby daddy. With my baby daddy, I was very horrible with him. If it was supposed to be Hachu, he said Hachi, I was talking shit and I was making him lose his dignity.
There you go.
My nigga, you one vowel off. I don't understand why you one vowel off. So I get it.
Mm-hmm.
No, we don't. Women, we suck sometimes.
We do. I agree with it too. I do feel like you have to, a lot of times, a lot of women, and I've been a person who's done it in a moment where we talk down to men, and a lot of it comes from the trauma or something we dealt with in a past bad, terrible relationship. So now every man got to deal with these words.
Right.
If we being completely honest and transparent about it. And we can't be like that. Every man is different. Every situation is different. How things are handled are different. And I felt like she definitely could have allowed him to try to figure it out first. Now, the question is, how long do you allow him to try to figure it out? That's the point where you like.
Hey, the 2 Chainz was 40 whenever he got discovered. 2 Chainz was 40 whenever, not discovered. Whenever 2 Chainz started popping, he was 40. He was in his 40s, I feel like. Maybe 30s. I might be lying. It might be 30s. Either way, it was a long time. It was like after the prime of what people consider of getting discovered. And I remember he changed his name because I used to like 2 Chainz back in the day. And he ended up changing his name. And then he like really started popping once he became 2 Chainz. If a woman was like, you know what, at 23, I'm done with this. You should have figured it out. She probably would have been mad. Like beating herself up, fighting the air right now. Like, why didn't I stay beside him? That's a good man, Savannah.
I cannot. She probably would. I don't know. I feel like it's so. I feel like women definitely should support men way better, and I feel like we trying to do a little better in this 2023 age. But at the same time, like I said again earlier, like every person ain't meant for everything in life, and some women are just not that person that's going to be okay with it. Just like some men, some men ain't gonna be okay with a woman being a workaholic.
Right.
It's the same thing. Like, it don't make you wrong and don't make them wrong. I mean, it do to an extent, because if you say you committed into a relationship, you're supposed to be able to find a balance. And a lot of times we don't. I'm guilty for having a hard time finding a balance. Okay. My husband had to tell me all the time, you're doing too much. So I get it. But everybody ain't meant to handle it. I guess that's the part you got to stop lying to each other about. Just recognize
everybody's going to support you the way that you need to be supported.
Right.
Recognize who's going to support you.
Right. And be okay with it.
If you want to be a crackhead, that he want to come out there and love you as a crackhead.
I'm done.
That's your
man. I'm done.
I was about to say something. I took it back. I ain't going to do it. Go ahead. Next. Read the comments. Go for the comments. Go.
Where am I gonna start it? Can we have DZ on the show? We were supposed to have him on the show at one time, but I don't remember what happened.
DZ, when are you coming on, and what are we gonna talk about? We're gonna have DZ
I'm gonna be
on.
scared. I'm gonna be.
I think it's gonna be a good time.
I'm scared. You and him together. Whew. I'm gonna have to have a little buzzer for a little bleep buzzer. Bleep.
That might have to be an after night. I don't know. I think we can do good. I think we'll do good.
He said, I'm ratchet. Y'all ain't ready for me.
I be turning down my ratchet. Because I'm ratchet.
Chassie probably be fine. It'd be me. I'd be over here like clutching my digital pearls. Okay.
I be turning down my ratchet. Because sometimes I be meeting some ratchet people. Whenever I be out at like my events, my work events, and somebody come over and they be like, da 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 da. And I'm like, yes! And they be like, I did not expect that from you. And I be like, I know. Baby, I know how to turn it on and turn it off.
Yeah, I'm done. He said, dignity, man. These women be trying to break everything about you, LOL, especially when they ain't satisfied. Why? When they ain't satisfied? That's a problem in itself.
So no, but I think satisfaction can come from multiple things. I feel like a lot of people put sex into it, but it's not necessarily sex. It could be other things. Spending quality time, cutting the
I ain't even go to
lawn,
sex in my mind. I just meant satisfy people.
cleaning,
Honey,
just
you
numerous other
you can have
things,
whatever you like if I come home to a clean house. Okay.
baby, from
And
the back.
what turn you on? The smell of Clorox and
I
bleach.
will
No, not
from
bleach.
the
I can't
back.
stand bleach. But nah, okay. Rewind. Uh, that's why I make sure I have everything together before I settle with a female. Don't come over here giving me energy, you niggas that need your car. Now I'm glad you mentioned that because that's one of the thoughts I had, but I didn't want to say it. But a lot of times we be over here trying to. A lot of times people be over here looking for lifetime partners, but you ain't even in your good lifetime place. What's wrong?
I was trying to read it because I didn't hear what you said. I
Oh.
had to find it.
But yeah, but why is it that some people be trying to a lot of us why a lot of us be trying to settle down and get married and have kids and stuff? We ain't even figured out life yet.
Baby, I'm not trying to settle down and have kids and get married. I'm happy with my kids. I feel like me and my baby daddy, we had a moment in time where we were supposed to procreate with the kids, and that was it. I ain't trying to
I
settle
didn't
down
mean
with him.
settle with I ain't mean settle with a particular person. I'm just saying I just
Right.
meant overall, period. You
So,
out here trying to get married and you don't even know what you want to do for a living.
well, that's why I'm about to get to that too. A
Okay.
lot of people were saying that I should have married him, and I was like, no, because I don't love him the way that he loved me. I'm not going to give him what he deserves, and I
Right.
understand that.
Right.
And also with the Christian goal of being married is not necessarily my goal. Do I want to be married? Maybe. I'm not going to say it's a yes or no. It's a maybe. I don't know. I want to have the party though. I'm more excited about the party,
Wow.
the reception, than I am about the vows because I feel like I can get the same thing from
You can have a
not
party
having the vows.
anytime.
I know, but I like partying. So,
I'm done. 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 Go
so
ahead.
anyway, I don't know if marriage is necessarily the thing for me, but I do want to be loved unconditionally. And a lot of the times, even though somebody is married, it doesn't mean that they're loved unconditionally. I want somebody that's going to love me for my goofiness, my awkwardness, my bitchiness, my craziness, my like just love me for everything that I am. I don't necessarily feel that I have to be married
Well, I wasn't speaking
to
about
get
marriage
that.
when I said settle down. I just meant be with a person. Like
So,
in the instance that you're saying, so you saying you want to be loved, right?
mm-hmm.
So why is a man out here trying to love on you when they ain't even figured out how to love themselves? I guess was my point.
Baby, I sometimes I don't even know if I love myself.
And then that's
Sometimes
why we be
it's a
tearing these
random
relationships
Tuesday.
up. That's why we
Sometimes it's
be
a
tearing
random
these
Tuesday.
relationships slam
But
up.
I
We
feel like,
be murdering them.
but for the most part, I feel like that's everybody. Like I feel like everybody goes through their days. Like I feel like whenever you get into a relationship, no matter how amazing the relationship is, people lose their self. You lose yourself. You stop doing things that you wanted to do because you're trying to do things that your partner likes to do, or your partner vice versa. So a lot of times we lose ourselves, and then there's times whenever we don't necessarily love ourselves for what we changed ourselves into to be the partner that our person wants us to be.
I
So
didn't love
it
myself
may
before I
not
even
be
got a partner.
something, huh?
I didn't love myself way before I got with somebody.
But a lot of times people have the partners and they don't love themselves, and then people are
That
single
was
and
my
they don't love
point.
themselves.
That's my point. We need to figure out life first
But
before
there's
we be trying to bring
I
somebody else
honestly
into the equation.
I honestly don't think that, if I'm being honest, I think you can 100% love yourself, find a partner that 100% loves their self, and then y'all intertwine with each other. It's going to be a moment where everybody's needs are not met.
I mean, that's fair.
And it's gonna, which means it's gonna come a point where you're like, do I love myself enough to stay in this situation? Because I done adapted to this, adapted to that, and all this kind of stuff. I feel like everybody has that situation. I don't feel like you shouldn't go into something thinking that there is
And
a
I
time
ain't talking
where
about situational. I'm talking about some true, deep rooted problems. I ain't talking about just because I'm having a bad week. I'm talking about some true, deep rooted, need some therapy, got some family trauma, some dating trauma, whatever that is. But we out here talking about, all right, I'm ready for a relationship and marriage. That's what I was talking about. I agree with that. Everybody gonna have their days. Everybody gonna it's gonna be times. People gonna change. You're gonna have to reshift, replan, rethink. I agree with all of that. I'm saying a lot of us needed to take some time to just sit in a corner or sit with a therapist and figure
better.
out life before we started dating.
I be on the couch relaxing, relating, releasing. Relax, relate, release. Relax, relate, release. I do. I go through the motions a lot of times of if I want a relationship and if I don't want a relationship. I have amazing time not having a relationship because I don't have to answer to anybody. But then there's other times whenever I'm cold and I just want to put my feet in between somebody's legs so they can warm my cold ass feet up.
Okay. Got socks for that. No.
The socks don't do what they're supposed to do. The socks don't do what they're supposed to do. I just want to put my cold ass feet in between your thighs and your thighs warm them up. And I fall asleep.
Man. He said, "Dang, Chastity, you didn't love him how he loved you." I mean, that's facts. Tia said, I don't think I ever figure out life, but I could work on it with someone." All right. They're okay. Chastity, stop the lies. You ain't looking to be married unless you mean polygamy with 2 or 3 husbands. I mean, they still get married, don't they? Well,
And I
they
will
get
100% do that. But I will also have a girl in there too. But I would love to take a lot of my favorite niggas and just have a cul-de-sac.
okay. Chastity said you want somebody. He said you want somebody's.
No, he coming on.
He coming for you. You can't love no one unless you love yourself. That's what I was saying.
I love
That's
myself.
all I'm saying. A lot of times we need to learn how to love ourselves. And sometimes you can. I ain't saying you can't never figure it out in relationships.
Yes, I'll be right back.
I want to
just
be.
checking on the kids.
Oh, Lord. Why? I don't know why she don't just remove herself. She'd be killing me. I love me. I'm overconfident. I ain't ever had that day, Chastity. Now I'll have lost my self effing with a B. Won't do that no more. Everybody done lost themselves with somebody. He said doing occasionally speed dating hosted by me for Chastity. I'm gonna have to read that back when she get back. He said people don't want partners nowadays. They want a mama or daddy, basically some help. Well, come to me healed completely. Ain't nobody gonna be healed completely, but they can be mostly healed. I think so. He said, if dating everybody home right now, dating be stressful. You gaining weight and all kind of negative stuff. I wouldn't know. I ain't out in these streets, so I wouldn't know.
Don't be judging me. Don't be saying Lord.
Cause you can't just remove yourself and then put yourself back. You got to do the thing when you mess the view up. You can't do it the civil way.
I like to be extra.
Okay. He said do a occasionally speed date hosted by him for you.
Ooh.
We ain't ready.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We're gonna have to talk about that.
Let's do it.
She said earlier, but everybody is not home. It's too risky. Now that's a fact, Tierra.
Everybody's not home.
Everybody is not home.
I like dating. I ain't fucking everybody that I'm dating.
I would love to try speed dating. All right, we're gonna have you and Chelsea B both on here, finding y'all some dates and stuff. What's gonna be the qualifications? Behind curtain number 1. We have to do it.
They probably gonna drop the ball, but
these it sound like you need some new circles. That's what it sound like. Everybody I know ain't taking risks out here. Okay. All right, we just done went completely off this movie.
I forgot what we was talking.
I tried to keep us. If everybody been watching, y'all see I've been trying my hardest to keep us on task.
I love it. I love it.
We here an hour and 43 minutes.
Where was we at?
3 minutes.
Are we at the end?
Almost. Terry was the reason that Liam got locked up. I said, well, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
But
She was.
But then she helped them got him out. You helped got him out, but then had to be. But then he was like, I don't know. Somebody called somebody that called somebody.
And they had
And
to
next thing
say
you know, I
that
was out. She was,
did it.
oh yeah, it was me. I don't want. You could have
Bitch,
just
he was
stayed
the
quiet.
reason why he got locked up. Because you out here making up lies. He pushed that woman. He did not hit her. And you out here talking, he put his hands on her. He done blacked her eye, busted out her tooth.
He did. Ahmad felt like he had to fix the family. He did this by telling the family he got that money that was stashed away. I said, is it more shameful that he had to rely to get everybody together, or is it more shameful that they fell for it?
That they fell for it.
Right. Every single last one of them, even Terry and Miles, and they got money.
Instead, they fell for it.
Little Tierra said, long story short, Big Ma died. Uncle such and such came down with the money that could have been used to help the family all along. Right. It was in his TV the whole
For the most part.
time.
That's why I wanted to discuss soul food, because they had fucking money. And then you want to know what pissed me off at the end? Because today I was actually paying attention. It was a whole bunch of dollars in the back of that TV.
Was it a whole bunch of dollars?
It was dollars.
I ain't even paying no attention.
Dollars. I was like, y'all could at least put some fives, some tens, some 20s. Somebody over there had some 20s. Y'all could have threw some 20s in there.
Who was y'all? Nobody knew about it.
I'm talking about for the people in the cast.
Oh, the people in the cast. Yeah, they could have done a little better. I didn't pay no attention to what was in the TV.
It was dollars. I paid attention.
How was she getting it in the TV is the question.
She was out there on the pole.
I didn't mean like how she was making it.
No hands and no mama. I know dance. I know.
Tierra said Big Mom kept that man prisoner. That's why he couldn't come downstairs until she died. I am done. Y'all trying to make Big Mom negative by any means necessary.
No, he did. He said me, Tierra, and Nikki about the podcast, the comments. Can y'all bring me on too? Ooh, we should. Y'all should do that. That would be fun, though. Yeah. That would be fun.
Tierra set it up. First occasionally pause episode. What? I am done. All right, that's the movie. We done made it. Lord Jesus. Y'all done stressed me out over here. Could have had more than water. More than water.
Oh, you want to fast? You want to fast?
No, I just make it to no store.
Oh, you should tell me.
But we made it. So I can't even talk. So, but the movie we discussing next month is, what's it called again?
The Reading with Monique. It is on. I can't remember what it's on right now, y'all. I'll tell y'all next week. We're not doing Big Mama's House.
No, we're not.
I don't want to do Big Mama's House.
Ain't nothing special about it. She said occasionally Nikki and Deezy show. Y'all go for it. I'll be in the comments.
I'll be in the comments talking shit. I'll be like, fuck them.
I'll be in the comments.
Love y'all, mean it. Wait.
So the reading says it's on Filio, the Roku channel, Amazon Prime, and BT Plus. Sound like I'm having
okay, so it's on Filio. Okay. I got all of that. So also while we are here, damn it, I don't think I have it on my thing. Y'all, DZ is hilarious. He has an organization that is doing a food drive this weekend in Sanford. Support him. It's $15 for chicken and fish plates, or you can donate some money. It's an amazing organization. It's for the kids. It's for the low poverty people. It's a free organization. Give some money. Let me type it in so y'all know where to send some money to.
Can you type?
I can. Is it real right, you, DZ?
I'm about to say, tell him to put it in the comments.
Oh, yeah, DZ, put it in the comments.
He obviously know how to type.
Don't be coming for him. Deezy, put it in the comments.
He been
Real
coming for
right
us
you.
all night. Well, mostly you. But he been coming for us all night. I'm getting a fish plate. Who cooking the fish? You know, I come out for some fish now. I got pig feet.
I got pig
feet. You can have the pig feet.
I'm not eating no pig feet.
Mm-mm.
Listen,
get me a piece of good fried fish now.
Background, right? Yeah, real right you. If y'all want to support an organization that is specifically for the kids, this is for the community that y'all been saying this generation is out here messing up. They ain't doing anything. This organization is trying to make sure that they are doing everything and they're not on the streets. Support the organization. If you can't buy a fish plate, send money to the organization.
Fish plate it.
Washington Avenue. It's in Sanford.
She'll share the flyer on the Facebook.
I will share the flyer.
I'm assuming it's a flyer. I think I've seen a flyer.
Yes, I have a flyer. It is going to be at. Not me, can't see.
You need my glasses.
It's gonna. There's no address on here. Okay, so yeah, this is going to be at Horton Park in Sanford, North Carolina. So if you put in Sanford Horton Park, you're going to find it. If you want to reach out to me or Sunshine, just reach out to us, and we will let you know where the fish plates and chicken plates are going to be. There's a whole bunch of women that are cooking the food, and they are very good cooks. So come out and eat their food and support the kids.
No address on here. Y'all just assuming everybody know what Horton Park is. I don't even know what it is, and I live here. Which one is Horton Park? Never mind, we'll find it.
Just type it in. It's gonna come up.
Pig feet, chicken feet, frolic. No, you can have all that.
I'm not eating all that.
He said, if you can't donate, come help volunteer. So y'all can
that will help as well.
We have Real Right You adult game nights coming too. Oh, that might be fun.
And we do. I'm so excited because it's gonna be so fun. So we are actually gonna post that on here, which me and Sunshine will talk about later. But we're actually gonna post
Deezy, she said you was gonna sponsor, but she never sent me nothing. So don't think it was me.
Yeah, it was me. It was her to me. I don't think
it was me.
I got busy.
Oh Lord, he said he might do a comedy show. You gonna be one of them comedians who funny, or you gonna be one who just funny on the fly?
It might be both.
You're gonna be a.
We're gonna have DZ on next month. We're gonna have DZ on in April. Y'all tell us what y'all want DZ to talk about.
Please,
DZ, you let us know what you want us to talk about for your show, and it's probably gonna be a shoot the shit type of episode.
We should have had him on this month for the shenanigans.
We can have him on.
What you doing the last Wednesday? Let us know.
DZ, what are you doing the last Wednesday of this month?
Come on for the shenanigans. And Nikki, you can come back too if you want to. We always just play games and stuff. Look at him. All right, now we still a small business. How much the platinum package?
$10,000.
Almost made me cuss on here. Catch us in about 3 years.
That type of money. I'm just letting you know we're that type of money. That is why we are sponsoring this on here.
We are not talking about politics.
We're not talking about politics.
Everybody be kicked off of you.
We're not talking about Joseph Barnett Biden. No.
Not Barnett. Oh my God, not Barnett.
Robinette.
Oh, Robinette. I thought you said Barnett.
Joseph Robinette Biden. I might have did say Barnett. Our RS 5276 right now.
We ain't even gonna talk about the RS. I owe them every year, and even when I think I don't owe them, they come out the bushes like black folk.
Those car warranty people. Excuse me.
They come out like that cousin from that cut 3 cousins twice removed, honey. You hear me?
Why do I owe you money? I
don't see that.
What?
Oh, never mind. Now I know it's time to go. All right, well, we're gonna have Dizzy and Nikki on the last week. if they
Yes.
available for the shenanigans.
Yes.
And stuff. DZ and Chassis B gonna get me the stuff for the sponsor. We'll have you set up for next week. Next week we got on the lady and Kev. And we gonna talk about this is gonna be a heavy topic.
This is gonna be good. I can't wait. We're gonna talk about church
heavy topic
and therapy. Because a lot of the times y'all be thinking that y'all supposed to pray through something, but no, baby, you need some Lexapro. You need some Xanax. You need some Ativan. You need to stop eating what you're eating. You need to take that red dye out of your life.
All right.
Because you eating and drinking red dye, and red dye is not good for the body.
Wow. So yeah, make sure to join us next week, same time, same place. We're gonna have both of them on. It's gonna be great. And we have enjoyed you guys tonight. He said, I don't want to talk about them church folks. It's
No, this one is gonna be good.
It is. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
This one's gonna be good because it's not churchy people.
Nah, it ain't. Well, I mean, Kev is sort of kind of, but he's down to earth.
Kev.
He down to earth. He is. He be preaching.
He is down to earth. I love Kev. I love Kev.
Most of the people that I like hang with like that for real because some people consider me churchy, but
no, bitch, you churchy. But go ahead.
You see how she gonna cuss and then call me churchy at the same time? Audacity.
Ooh, we're gonna talk about swingers club because I'm gonna go to a swingers club in the next month or so, and we're gonna discuss it.
Okay, we're ready for that. I'm gonna get you a little hidden camera. Put it right here.
I've been practicing how I was gonna back it up.
All right, we see y'all next week. We've been here way too long.
Ooh, we can talk about threesomes. We can talk about what? Yes, we're gonna talk about a whole bunch of stuff. Y'all keep commenting on what you want DZ to discuss next month because we're gonna talk about all of. Well, not all.
You don't put you back on next month,
huh?
I said you don't put him back the next month. Bye. We see y'all next
March. We love y'all. Mean it. Bye.
Bye.